to Rossburg, Ohio, where we are at the famed high banks of Eldora Speedway. Tonight we are back with the UDSRA 360 Sprints. I'm your host Tyler Burnett from Dirt Sim TV, and I am joined by my co-host Cale Medler. Cale, how's it going?
Hey Tyler, it's going good, man. Excited to be here. Thanks for having me tonight.
Yes, well, let's take a look at earlier action. In qualifying, QTR Ryan took the pole as DSR TJ and QTR 56 rounded out the top three. In the heats, Roger Knapp and QTR 18TB jumped out to the big leads in their heats and took the wins at Heat 1 and 2. Cale, what do you think of the action so far?
Hey, it's been nothing short of what we expected here at Eldora. I tell you what, there's no faster place in America than this track right here. The racing was good. It was close. It wasn't without incident like we figured. But it's going to be an interesting feature tonight, I tell you. It's a good track tonight. The weather's perfect. The track's prepared to second to nothing, and it's going to be good.
Well, it looks like the officials have settled the lineup, and it's time to go racing with the UDSRA 360 Sprints. Starting on the pole, the Bill Rose Racing number 6 of Roger Knapp. And on the outside of him, the Sobe-sponsored Notre Dame Machine, number 18TB, QTR 18TB.
In row 2, starting on the inside, it's the red and white sponsored number 87 of Antonio Sequeira. And on the outside, we've seen be fast, it's Jimmy Patterson in the light blue, number 30C, Rich Pretty Tribute.
The third row, the number 11, Oregon State Got Motorsports of Shane Gott. And on the outside of him, the Australian wonder, and you don't even need a number, the Aussie Drew.
On the fourth row, starting on the inside, it's Mr. Excitement, the number 02, the black, total performance of PR Scrappy. And on the outside, in the blue and the yellow, Amsoil sponsored number 2, it's Keith Fitzgerald.
And in the fifth row, Rip Curled number 1 of TPR WP33. And on the outside of him, the red and gray 9 of Nick Henson.
In row 6, starting on the inside, it's the number yellow Pennzoil sponsored for 22 of the SRTJ. And on the outside of row 6, it's the red and gray, the 77X of Justin Roseman.
And in row 7, flying QTR Ryan 11. And on the outside of him, W&K Chevrolet 26 of Todd LeBeau.
And starting shotgun, it will be the number 56, the Medler Trucking, the First State Bank of West Salem sponsor, white and red car of QTR 56.
30 laps your distance. Hold on to your hats. It is time to go racing here at Eldora Speedway. We're green here at Eldora Speedway. QTR 18TB and Roger Knapp going side by side into 1 and 2.
I'm telling you now, that was one heck of a start by QTR 18. I didn't think he had enough to go on top, but Roger Knapp got a little fist held, and QTR 18 took it to the high side.
As QTR 18TB jumps out to the big lead, we go back to the position of third, and the fight for third and fourth is Antonio Silvieros on the top side, and Scrappy and Jimmy are battling on the bottom.
Man, would you look at Antonio? He's got the real shit at the top, and he owns them all. He is looking good up there. My goodness, that's fun to watch.
Patterson holding down the third place spot as Antonio falling right behind him on the top side.
I tell you, Scrappy, he's getting some unbelievable runs back there. I think he's going to be something to... Oh, no, the Aussie just got into TP for Scrappy.
Here comes Aussie, coming trying to make a run on Scrappy, and Keith Fitzgerald dives under Aussie.
And it's Antonio back in front of Jim with TPR Scrappy closing in.
Aussie and Scrappy trying to close in on Jimmy Patterson as Antonio is pulling a lead on Jimmy.
I tell you, a little back further in the field, it's QTR 56 making a run on TJ. It looks like UTR Ryan has put it past him. He is making his way to the front.
QTR boys making a run on TJ as they are flying from the back of the field as QTR 56 follows Ryan on the high side.
Things are starting to come down a little bit. Everybody seems to be finding their groove and trying to run that smooth line. Whoa, just as I say that, it's QTR Ryan and TJ with QTR Phoenix. I'm down to one. Now, boys, this looks like a trophy dash.
QTR Ryan and QTR 56 battling to take the position away from DSR TJ.
Oh, it's QTR Ryan just getting to the inside of DWP 33. I tell you what, boys, he is working on him hard.
We take a back look up front. QTR 18TB is taking a big lead on Roger Knapp, about a half a track length ahead of him.
Boy, that's for sure. I tell you what, now QTR 18, he is going to all himself up there. I tell you what, if something doesn't happen, he don't mess up, he will not be caught.
Boy, that is a pretty car he's running there. That green and black, man, it sure shines on that Eldora Speedway.
Yes, it does. Well, I tell you what, now this is what we thought it'd be. The track is fast, and there is slicing and dicing going on from the front to the back.
Look at most of the cars on the track. They are all pretty much running the bottom. But you look at the third place car. Antonio Silveira has it hooked up at the top of the track.
I tell you what, I just watched the most awesome fly job I've ever seen in my life. QTR Ryan 11 just put it past the DWP 33.
What a move by QTR Ryan. Going past TWP3 as TWP3 has battled back.
The 56 car, the QTR 56, he is only trying to reel in the car of QTR Ryan 11.
Rose now, Nick Edson touch on the backstretch as Justin Rose now gets to the wall.
Hey, back up here in the 10th spot, it's DWP 33 with TJ just on his backside. I tell you what, got quite a race going on up here.
As the leader, QTR TB is followed by Roger Knapp, Antonio Silveira in third, just Jimmy Patterson in fourth, and TPR Scrappy in fifth. Now our sideline reporter is down there in the infield. Witness the Justin Rose now wreck, and he is in that corner, and he wants to talk a little bit about the car. Ryan?
Yeah, I was down here right as it happened. It looked like Justin had just closed in on Nick somehow. He just got in the back end of him, and it shot him up into the wall. I was going to try to get an interview with him. I was standing right here by his hauler. He had a little bit of a limp, so I'm not too sure on his whereabouts now. But he denied an interview. The car is pretty tore up, but it's definitely no signs of getting back into this race. Back up to you guys.
As we see Ozzie Drew and QTR boys following and battling for that position.
Hey, lap 23, I tell you what now, we're kind of got it single file, and everybody has seemed to found their place now. But you never know, anything can happen.
QTR 18 he still has that lead. Second in national points, third in the North points.
Man, just as I say that, QTR Ryan, he's mounting another run on the Aussie.
QTR Ryan hit by the Aussie as Aussie tries battling back and he loses control of his car.
Further on back in the 12th position, it's LeBou. He's making a run on Nick Exton, but he can't quite make it stick.
QTR 18TB is still keeping that lead on Roger Knapp as we look back into the field.
Lap 27, QTR 56 on the back bumper of the Aussie. Can't quite make it happen. Oh, here he goes again into the turn one. Again, comes up a little short.
Good race between QTR 56 and Ozzie Drew. As the laps are winding down, we have 1 lap to go here at Eldora Speedway.
I tell you what, I'm watching the 02 car at TPR Scrappy. It seems to be like he's bogging down a little bit. I wonder if there's an issue there.
02 Scrappy. Oh, and his engine blows in turns 3 and 4. 02 Scrappy as QTR 18TB takes the win at Eldora Speedway.
Oh, outstanding race. Outstanding race. I tell you what, that's a devastating blow to TPR Scrappy right there. Not only for the night, but in the points position as well.
We're going to send it down to Ryan in victory lane. Ryan?
Yeah, what an amazing job 18TB was able to I mean, it was just a dominant performance from start to finish. I was sitting here just watching it go by, and it definitely, talk a little bit about Scrappy here. I was listening as he went by, and you could hear that motor. It was about to give any lap, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to bring it home, and it had to be on the last lap out of all things. And I don't know if you guys seen it, but on the high side, Antonio, man, put a great move in turn 4 to take over that second position. If you guys didn't catch that, got to look at it. Back up to you guys.
I'm telling you now, boys, he did put on a kill. There was nobody else even trying that groove. I mean, he had it up there all to himself, and I tell you what, he looked like $1 million up there.
Take a look back on the track. We see QTR 18TB pulling some donuts on the front stretch.
I tell you what, now he's got to be happy. I tell you, he's on a roll. He's been Mr. Consistent. I know his points chase is going to look awful good. Again, man, hard luck award has to go to TPR Scrappy tonight for that blowing motor. I'd say there'll be some words probably with engine builder and finding out what went wrong, so it won't be happening again. What do you think, Tyler?
That's definitely a tough break for TPR Scrap as he in turns 3 and 4, the easy top 5 finish, blew his engine.
I tell you, another good run tonight was Roger Knapp. Started on the pole position. I believe he held it in the second position all night long. That's a good run for Roger. Glad to see that.
That's a very good run for Roger, and we are definitely going to have some interviews coming up in the show, as we are going to take a quick break, and we are going to come back to talking to Antonio and Roger Knapp. We're here with Antonio Silveira. How did the track feel tonight, Antonio, at Eldora Speedway?
Track felt actually awesome. I never ran a slick track before, first time, and you know I'm fond of running the top at places if there's a lineup there, and you know I tried to set the car up to do so, and it actually worked out quite well.
Looking at your background experience, you said you've ran a lot of 410s. How did it feel to run a 360 tonight here at Eldora Speedway?
Well, I usually run with Boss guys. I've been running with them for a while, kind of help develop the cars and stuff. Haven't ran the 360s too much. I've ran a couple races. I really enjoy the cars, actually. They felt nice at Eldora. You got to kind of have to keep the car a little straighter than normal, but I think it makes for great racing, and it obviously showed tonight.
And this is your first time running with the UDSRA Sprints, and you've done very well for your first time out. How did you like the league, and what do you think are the good things and the positives about the league?
And I have nothing but good things to say about it. I noticed that they're running a Thursday night league. I haven't seen too many leagues out there that run Thursday nights, so I wasn't doing anything tonight, and I hopped in, and you know I'm actually going to return. I think next week if I can. They run a good show, you know, good driving, and I mean. I just had a good time, and that's what I look for in the league.
Congratulations on your second place finish. You ran very well in your first 360 feature event. Now we're joined here with Roger Knapp, the third place finisher in tonight's Eldora Speedway UDSR 360 Sprints. How did the track feel for you, Roger, tonight as you ran around this track?
Car was a little loose when we were practicing, and just before we started the race, I tightened it up a whole bunch, and starting on the front row definitely helped out, but it was a little slick for me because I don't know how to lift out of the gas too well.
As we looked, we saw a great battle between you and Silveira. He's a very talented driver, and you put up a really good show against him. How does that feel?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I heard him back there, and as the laps clicked off, my car got tighter and tighter, and I couldn't hit the bottom anymore. I kept sliding across the track. Just got too tight. I couldn't get in and had to roll out too much, and he drove around me on the outside. But it was a lot of fun.
As I asked Antonio, how do you feel about this 360 car, and how do you feel about the UDSRA League?
So far, it's been a lot of fun. I ain't been able to run every one of them, but the 360s makes it a lot closer. The times and the competition's a lot closer. It's almost like a restrictor plate class or something, but the racing's been really good. The guys that's been racing have been, you know, great to race with. Nobody's been crashing each other and stuff. It's been a lot of fun so far.
It has certainly been a lot of fun so far, and we thank all of you for joining us here with Dirt Sim TV.